Good morning, Renew family. I am just here to share a little encouragement and devotional, something that I've been reading here recently, and hopefully it'll encourage you not only for today, but for the weeks and months to come. I've kind of been stuck in Ecclesiastes here recently, and it's a chapter that I've read a lot, that I've heard a lot of people read a lot, but I'm going to read a section of it to you now, and it's Ecclesiastes 3, verse 1. There's a time for everything and a season for every activity in the heavens. A time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, a time to uproot, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to tear down and a time to build, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to scatter stones and a time to gather them, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing, a time to search and a time to give up, a time to keep and a time to throw away, a time to tear and a time to mend, a time to be silent and a time to speak, a time to love and a time to hate, a time for war and a time for peace. And I love that no matter what season of life that we're going through, no matter what our pain or struggles or maybe even triumphs or celebrations, that our God has said that there is a time for that, that we have the ability in Him to walk in that time. I think a lot of times, especially in times of struggle and of times of hurt, we think that this couldn't be God. And while I don't think that God causes our pain or causes our hurt, I do know that it's in His time, which means that if we walk in His promises and we're walking in the true and upright will of God, then He's with us in that time. Then He steps each step with us in the time, which makes the times when we move past those times of hurt into times of celebration and even sweeter and even more joyful, because we're moving again in His time. And we know that those times of celebration were exactly when they were meant to be, and walking out the promises of what He's already said. So no matter what you're going through, no matter what season you're in, whether you're currently planting but you haven't seen fruit, or maybe you're in a time of rest, maybe you're in a time of, extreme exhaustion and work, no matter what that time is, I pray that you're mindful of where God's at in His time. And matching your steps so that you're in sync with Him, and that your time will be His time, and that you'll just be able to seek what He would have you do, and no matter what season you're currently in. I'm just going to pray and then we'll go on. Lord, I just thank You for Your time, that Your perfect time, that You know exactly where each one of Your children are. God, You've got us in Your hands. You know us, You love us, and You've purposed us for this time exactly. Lord, I pray You give us Your wisdom on exactly what You would have us do, not only today, but this week, this month, this year, God. Let us walk in step with You in Your time and in Your season. Lord, we love You and we thank You. I pray you all have an amazing week, that you are blessed and you feel God's hand near and dear on your life. Love you all. Have a great week. Bye.